First, log into this website. Then we come to the product page. Next, I will demonstrate a feature that generates character models from images. Then there is a case study in this place. We need to input the positive face of the same character, and left and right face. And the facial features are clearly visible. If you still need to use the hair reconstruction feature, hair should also be seen in the entire picture. Such as like this, the whole hair is in this picture. In addition, the input images should have soft lighting as much as possible, like this, as this can reduce the impact of the texture generation later. Now we choose an image and start some settings for the head. We need the model to be symmetrical along the x-axis. Then we only need a smooth model. What is the detail model? For example, there are some elderly people whose skin has many wrinkles. The detailed model will generate the corresponding wrinkles. However, this character does not need that. Next, we need to forcibly disable the mouth shape, because the image you entered maybe the mouth is open. Then there are eyebrows. We will use a default texture to fill in. Then, use the topology of MetaHuman, which will also support the topology of DAZ's 8th and 9th generations, as well as the topology of CC. We can generate sparse hair for observation. Of course, this place is to demonstrate the effect, we can use a thick. However, the generation speed of this thick hair will be slower, and it takes about 1 minute. Then we see this character, it has no bangs on its forehead. Then we turn off the options of this bangs. Click to start generating. Okay, we can see that this character has been generated successfully. It's still a bit similar. Then we can see the entire effect of the hair generation. Now we download it. After opening the downloaded file, we can see a model about the head, as well as a model of the hair. Next, open our Maya. Import our model. We can see the entire model is an extremely standard 4-sideline model. And it has been modified according to artistic standards. It is a model that can be used directly for production. Now, let's open the texture and compare it with this image. Of course, if you think the effect of this hair is not good enough, need to modify it by yourself. Here, an Sgen guideline file is also provided. You can use this guideline file to generate a corresponding ABC file that can be imported into the engine. However, you can see that there are a lot of hair curves. There are more than 3,000. Suppose that the quality of the generated hair effect is not up to par, over 3,000 strands are difficult to modify. What should I do? Now, let's go back to this web page and choose the sparse hair for regeneration. Perform again. There aren't that many curves for this sparse hair generation guide file. It is convenient for everyone's second editor. See the sparse hair, the display effect is not as good as just now. But it is faster. It only took about 30 seconds. Now we download it again. Now, we open our Maya. Delete this hair curve. Then import our sparse curve. There are only more than 400 curves now. Now, it will be easier to modify the direction of the guides along these curves. Next, we will show you how to use these curve guides to further generate Sgen's hair. First of all, let's hide this curve. Then copy this head. Hide everything else. Then, rename this head mesh to scalp. We open the curve. Then delete the unnecessary curve. And we choose the right position to make a scalp. Compare the position of the scalp. Probably like this. Then we find a generator of the Sgen. And go to create a new description for placing our guides. Then, in this tool, we find the option to turn from a curve to a guide. We choose our curve. Then add guide, and this curve has successfully been converted into a guide file. We can see the effect. Turn off our guides. CV points are changed to 50. Make the hair thinner. Then we found out there is a problem with hair going through the head. Now we just need to create an area. Create a mask first. Change to a resolution of 256. Then create. We hide this head. Then, we create a mask of a partition again. We turn off the hair display guideline. The default is the red place. We choose one other color. Divide the hair into sections. Simply draw the approximate location of the hair. Probably such an area. Save the color we draw. Then a problem with the hair through the head is solved. Next, we will tackle the problem of having less hair. We increase density, and now the hair becomes more. Open our eyes. And add a few common effects to this hair. For example, cluster. We need to create a texture. Generate. Load. Save. After adding a cluster effect, there will be some pointed hair on this hair. Then add another effect of cutting. Random value can be increased to make it more pronounced, giving it a more noticeable random cutting effect. Next, we need to add some noise to make the hair look less smooth. The effect is a bit strong. We drove to 0.5. And then add an effect similar to curly hair. Slightly strong. Lower it to 0.2. After a simple setup, we are able to achieve this effect. Very good hair. Compare with the original image, overall is relatively similar. But after the hair is generated, how do you convert it into geometry or convert it into an ABC cache file and use it in Unreal Engine? This is some basic knowledge of art. Thank you for watching.